So question is based on the 9th shlok of this chapter. So if we go on the 9th shlok, and you can, if you have anyone has question, you can send it based on this. So the 9th shlok says, यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणो अन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्म बंधनः तदर्थम कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संग समाचर. So Bhagavan is saying here that typically we are bound by the karma. We see that karma bandhan. The question is that what is karma bandhan? In this shlok, Bhagavan says that if you do karma as a yajna, then you will not be bound. So the question is that what is karma bandhan? I mean, this shlok doesn't explain that. Bhagavan assumes that you know what is karma bandhan. So the simple answer of karma bandhan is any time I am doing a karma, any karma, doesn't matter, right? Anytime I am doing a karma, if there is a stress, if there is an anxiety, if there is a mental jar, again same, right? Then that karma is bandhan. That is called karma bandhan. That's what our Shastra says of Bhagavad Gita everywhere. I mean, there are various explanations, but in the simple is that, ne pucha hai. So the karma bandhan is that any karma I am doing, if there is a stress, there is a strain, there is anxiety, there is a fear, even including fear, then means this karma is binding me. He is a young soldier, Bhagat Singh kind of, Nathan Hill, they are being executed and they are smiling. There's no fear. They are not bound by karma. It's a karma. Karma is happening there. Like that. And हम लोगों को भी कभी होता है. And I feel that, oh, इस काम में मुझे बहुत मजा आया. I mean, I was like stress-free. I was so relaxed. That is not a bandhan. That karma is not the bandhan. So anytime we feel that is a bandhan. And why bandhan comes? Now Bhagavad Gita comes. Because there is a karta present. The moment I am a doer, I take that ownership of karma. Karta is always there present for the ownership of karma phal. If I don't have that mindset on karma phal, then I am actually not a karta, I am a sakshi. We saw in the introduction of. There is a difference between karta is who's involved, sakshi who's in the karma, but as a witnessing the karma, not being. Of course, he or she is doing the karma, but not taking the ownership of the karma phal. Ownership is of phal only. Karma ki ownership hoti nahi. So the karta is there. Karta has all that. Karma ko to kuch hota nahi hai. Karta has the stress. Karta has the strain. Karta has the anxiety. Karta has the fear. Karta has the anand also. And जो ये साक्षी होता है वो ये भी नहीं बोलता कि आनंद है. Always example of कबीर दास जी के, गूंगे आदमी को, डम्ब आदमी को पूछो कि ये गुड़ कैसा है, उसको गुड़ खिला दीजिए, वो बोलता नहीं. He is dumb because he or she cannot speak. The only thing that person you can see the smile or some expression on his or her face. That expression is saying that it is sweet. Okay, there are no words. So even जो ये बुद्ध है, ये कृष्ण है, महावीर हैं, इनसे आप पूछो कि आनंद क्या है तो वो कुछ भी नहीं बोले, चुप रह जाएंगे. Because there is no expression of आनंद. आनंद बोला तो भी करता हो गए, अरे मुझे बहुत आनंद आया, तो भी एक बार आनंद नहीं भी आएगा करता. So that is karma bandhan. Anytime we are in this domain of karma. Now the second part, the question was like, how do we avoid the bandhan? And it's very simple. Gita mein, I mean, there are in this chapter itself, Bhagavan has given that. For example, if we take shlok number 16, and Bhagavan says that 16 mein he says that this whole world is a system. Parvartitam, chakram, sashti chakra hai. Ye universe is working. You know, in our puja, we say Brahma Murari Tripurantakari Bhanu Shashi Bhumi Suto Budascha Guruscha Shukra Shani Rahu Ketu Sarve Graha Shanti Karabha. We are saying all entire planet, entire creation should be in the harmony. I'm starting my puja. So unless all the planets, everything is in harmony, my puja will not be complete. The puja means Manashanti. Right? That's why we say, so, and this is called chakra. So Bhagavan is saying, just follow this chakra. If you are in that, follow the principle, maintain the environment. And we talked about the Panch Yagya, right? Panch Mahayagya. Take care of the neighbors, take care of the planet, like Panch Mahayagya. Brahma, Rishi, Dev, Manushya, Bhut, and yeah, Bhut Yagya. We do that, and that Chakram Anuvartanti. There's one way to overcome this bandhan. If we keep practicing, karma will not bind. The second is, again, like the shlok number, in fact, second chapter also Bhagavan is talked about this 17th shlok, which is same as Sthit Pragya. Atmani eva santushta. Satisfied within yourself. And how do we do that? Entire second chapter is Sthit Pragya Darshan, वो गांधी जी का सबसे famous, बहुत लोगों का 54 to 72. The whole technique is given how to become a Sthit Pragya. Sthit Pragya means Atmaneva Atmanatushta. I am satisfied within myself. I don't need any outside help to be happy. And the whole 18 shlok describes how you do achieve that. We have already talked about it. You can revisit, we can revisit. And that is Atma Trapti or Atmani Tushti. Second, Chakram Anuvartanti, follow the principles, whatever universal. Atmane, become a Sthit Pragya. And then another way Bhagavan says, in the same chapter, we saw that 20th shlok, if we go forward. 9th श्लोक में प्रश्न किया है, 20th में भगवान ने लोक संग्रह में वापस वर्क फॉर लोक संग्रह. अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि यू आर टू सेल्फ सेंटर्ड, देयर इज आंसर गिवन हियर. लोक संग्रह मींस welfare or well-being of all. Work for well-being of all. The karma will not bind you. The bandhan will not happen. The bandhan happens because I am working for myself, and then there is anxiety, there is a loss and gain, all problems are there. भगवान से वर्क फॉर अदर्स, लोक संग्रह. इट्स लाइक हम लोग इंश्योरेंस में लेते हैं ना कि ट्रांसफर द रिस्क टू द इंश्योरेंस, ट्रांसफर दैट बंधन, दैट सेल्फ सेंटर्डनेस, बिकॉज इफ यू ओपन योरसेल्फ टू लोक संग्रह, that you're transferring that self-centeredness to everyone, that will go away. Then we already talked about Vigat Jwara, that shlok number 30, which Bhagavan says there are five factors. Follow, surrender to me, and then Nirmama. So all these are the sutra for the life. And this question was asked, like, what is karma bandhan? So karma bandhan, Bhagavan is there. As long as you have strain, as long as you take the ownership, there will be a bandhan. How do you avoid the bandhan? There are 4 steps. Chakram anuvartanti, atmaneva atmanatushta, lok sangrah sampasyan, and of course, adhyatma chetasa, which is 30th shlok. Adhyatma chetasa means you should have a higher goal. And in spiritual term, Bhagavan is the goal. But otherwise, in life also, we should pick some higher goal, a devoted mind, which is Adhyatma Chetsa. 30th shlok, first word Bhagavan is Adhyatma Chetsa, Sarva Karmani Mahi Sanya. Set a higher goal, which is in case for divinity. So the simple formula is Karma plus Nishtha is equal to freedom. Karma plus Nishtha, that means action plus devotion equal to freedom. Karma minus Nishtha, action minus devotion is bandhan. Is that it? So Nishtha means higher goal. Or of course, I don't have to describe what is divine goal, but even doing a seva someone is a divine goal. We don't have to just say Bhagwan ki seva karni is divine. That's our sometime problem, right? We just narrow down our calling to something. So Bhagwan तो कहते हैं कि that's why he says सर्वभूतानि हृदय से तिष्ठति अर्जुन. ईश्वर तो सबके हृदय में, किसी एक सिर्फ मूर्ति में नहीं है. And that's what. So कर्मनिष्ठा, action plus devotion is freedom. Action minus devotion is bandhan. That's the answer to the question, that what is karma bandhan and how to avoid karma bandhan. So we'll stop here and do our dhyan.
I think it's interesting. You have been saying this all along in this chapter. This third chapter, attitude in karma yoga, or karma yoga. I think the simple answer to that question is karma is not a bandhan.
Yeah.
Expectation of karma fall is a bandhan.
Bandhan.
How do you avoid the bandhan? Perform your karma in the spirit of karma yoga. That these two sentences summarizes the whole chapter basically, you know. Karma is not a bandhan. Karma is never a bandhan. Bhagwan will tell once again, you know, later in 18th chapter also, that karma is not bandhan.
That's
Karma, expectation of karma fall is the bandhan. So
that's
if you perform the karma in the spirit of karma yoga, which can be lok sangra, which can be higher goal,
yeah.
surrendering to higher, and not expecting or not attaching to your karma, then you are not. It is not a bandhan. That's I think that's the theme of this particular chapter, basically.
And that's why we do in insurance. We transfer the risk to
Right.
insurance company because yeah, that's how you buy the policy, right? It's like
Exactly.
दूसरे की
Exactly.
सेवा करो आपका